Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Routine, which will help us to heal our insecure attachment system, get in touch with our true self, and achieve our goals. We'll follow a few steps, but on this morning routines, I'll focus more on self-discovery questions and intention for the day. So after reconnecting with ourselves by praying, meditating, and counting our blessings, we are moving into reconnecting with our body through massage, stretching, yoga, exercises, actually appreciating our body and being grateful for our body can offer us all the abilities the body has. Then we're reconnecting with our short-term and long-term goals through a vision board, a decision statement, and by reviewing steps which will help us to achieve our goals. And then we're moving into self-discovery questions. And today we'll talk about one of the suggestions which I have for today is to be familiar with the inner critic. So self-discovery question. Am I familiar with my inner critic? What area of my life does this critic tend to attack? What is the feeling? So most of the time we are not aware of our inner critic. It's a part of us, aspect of us created at the moment of trauma, and we have this very painful internal dialogue where this aspect is shaming and blaming and finding faults in us. And when we are familiar with this inner critic, with this aspect of us, we are able to finally silence this inner critic and not experience these painful emotions caused by the thoughts, these critical thoughts, which basically are coming from our beliefs and self-perception. How to be familiar with this aspect of us and actually heal this aspect of us. So we need to tune into the feeling. Most of the time the feeling is feeling blamed, it's my fault, and we hear also the word should. So you always look for evidence when this inner critic is active. You will always look for evidence that when something unpleasant happened to you, it happened because it was your fault. So, for example, you talk to yourself by saying, "I was too demanding. I asked too much questions. I was too shy. I should not believe or trust. I should have known better. I was naive. I should leave earlier. I should not allow this to happen." All of these sentences, these thoughts are indication, and the feeling blamed and shamed and fault are indication that your inner critic is at work. So this is the part self-discovery question, and if you will move into setting intention for the day related to self-discovery question as a part of this morning routine, your intention for the day could be, I'll pay more attention to what I think about myself in order to be familiar with this critical voice. And using also a tool created by Byron Katie, I will question all should which are showing up in my head by turning them around, which means when you hear word should, I should have known better, for example, and by healing and actually interrupting this thought pattern, you asking yourself question, maybe I shouldn't, right? So we turn it around by using opposite, how this may not be true, how I should is not quite what's the reality, what's the truth. Maybe the opposite, I shouldn't, is more real. So I really encourage you to check Byron Katie, um, the work, set of questions which are helping us to clear and question our thoughts, and apply this here where regarding shoulds. And then another way to another intention we could have for the day regarding this inner critic could be our silent critic um, by talking to this part of me, this aspect of me, and saying, "Thank you for your advice. I am not interested in what you're saying. Leave me alone." And showing yourself deep compassion and understanding. For example, related to "I am too shy." So then we finding what are the reasons I am too shy, that I am too shy, right? How being shy is a good thing. What are the positive aspects of being shy? How is not my fault that I am shy? Finding proofs how there was not my fault, there was no my fault in this situation, to remove this blame from ourselves to through compassion and understanding. Also, very often our inner critic is active when we make mistake. So intention for today can be, if I'll make a mistake, I will not allow this inner critic to torture me and making me believe that I have to be perfect, that I have no right to make a mistake. I will give myself permission to make a mistake. I will see myself as a human being, and I will just correct my mistake and then feel proud of myself that I was solution oriented and kind to myself instead of feeling ashamed or as a failure. So when we are done with our intentions for today, and we are moving into next step, which I call golden rules or quotes, inspiring quotes. Today I suggest one of the quote from Mel Robbins. It doesn't have to be perfect. So during the day, we can remind ourselves, whatever we do our best, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we can also watch or listen to some of our favorite motivational speakers. Or today I will suggest maybe Louise Hay, who dedicated her life to teach people about self-love and being kind to ourselves. So this could be the last step of our morning routine. I hope this was helpful and inspiring to you, and you have a beautiful morning. Thank you for listening, and I will record the next video for the evening routine. Thank you.